Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We back outside. So let's get the building. Yo, 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 you already know, man. It's nature water fishing. You know we gotta do it like this every single time, y'all. So we back outside. It feel good. I think it's about 80 degrees today, y'all. So today, y'all, we back to be building a DIY pallet planter box. So basically, this pallet planter box is gonna be for like my strawberries. I know I got a lot of strawberries, but I don't got enough. So we about to make a pallet wall planter box. So I'm gonna show y'all how we gonna do that. I'm gonna be talking a little bit during the video, and then most of the video I'm gonna be just showing y'all what I'm gonna be doing. So let's go over here and I'm gonna show y'all all of the materials that I'm gonna be using. Let's get it. All right, y'all, so let's walk over here. So what we're gonna be using is this pallet right here. So this pallet already stand up by itself a little bit, but what we're gonna be doing is adding some legs to it. We're gonna attach some legs to this baby so it could just stand up by itself, and you know what I'm saying, it won't fall down and be more stable. So we're gonna go ahead and take this, you know what I'm saying, over here, you know what I'm saying, to this open spot where the grass at, and we just gonna go ahead and lay this baby down right there. Bam. All right, so what else we gonna be doing? We're gonna be cutting the legs from these 2x4s. So I got some 2x4s that I got from my friend. These some extra little jumps. So we're gonna cut some legs. I'm probably gonna cut them to like right here, but what we're gonna have to do is do like an angle cut, you know what I'm saying, so we could be able to lay the 2x4 on the pallet, you know what I'm saying, so it could be stable, and then we're gonna screw it in like that. So what we're gonna do is, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and cut these legs. I'm gonna measure it up, you know what I'm saying, see how long I want it, and then we're just gonna go ahead and cut it up. So that's the legs for the pallet wall. And then what we're gonna be using for our planter boxes, so I went to the Dollar General and I bought these little planter boxes right here. It's two of them. So what I was gonna do was probably like attach like a piece of wood to the back of this, and then I was gonna screw it, you know what I'm saying, on the pallet. But I'm gonna show y'all, you know what I'm saying, how we gonna do all of that. But these all the materials, you know what I'm saying, that we're gonna be using. So let me go ahead and put this junk over here by the pallet right there, sit that right there. And then what we about to go ahead and do, we about to go ahead and cut these legs up. So let's go ahead, you know what I'm saying, cut these legs up so we can go ahead and slap these things on. So let's get to it. All right, y'all, so let's go ahead and cut these legs up. So first thing I'm gonna do is go ahead and measure it and see how long I want the legs. So let's see how long this joint is. So it's about 30, I said 30, 47 inches. All right, bet. So I think I'm gonna want the legs at least about 21, you know what I'm saying, 21 inches. So with my permanent marker, so I want about like 21, so I'm gonna mark it by the 20, 21. I need another bulb or something like this so I can get that joint on point right there. Bam. All right, so that's 21 inches. Bet I didn't drop the top, so I'm gonna do the same thing with the other one, but let me go ahead and finish this line. Bam, bam. All right, so what I'm gonna do is set the next one right beside it. Make sure I line it up right. Some paint right there. Line it up right. Bam. And we're just gonna go ahead and take this piece of wood and finish up that line. Bam. So I think I'm gonna need probably like 4 legs, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna cut these 2, and then I'm gonna cut another 2. So these 21 inches. So let's go ahead and get these cut off first, and then we're gonna cut off the other. So all right, so we got all 4 legs. Now we about to do them angle cuts, you know what I'm saying? So we could be able to lay the 2x4 on the pallet. So what we're gonna have to do is do something like this. Something like that. Bam. And we're gonna do, so this one, you gotta make sure you do it the right way though. So this one could do it that way. So then this one gonna have to be like this way. Hold on. Down and up. So maybe like this. All right, bet. And this is gonna be just a trial. I'm gonna see, you know what I'm saying, if this gonna work. This is my first time, you know what I'm saying, doing this. So we're gonna try the angle cuts. So let's go ahead. Let's see if I can cut it with this jump. See if this gonna work. Other than that, I'm gonna have to get the saw, scoot it over a little bit, and see if we could get these angle cuts on point. All right, y'all, so we got the angle cut on both ends. Now let's see how that thing lay on the pallet. Let's take this thing over there. So this is what I was thinking about how it was gonna look. Let me see. Yes, sir, bam. So you see why I did the angle cuts, you know what I'm saying, different. So you need to do one like one way and then the other one the other way, because you need one to lay on the pallet and then you need the other one to lay on the ground. Because if you do the same way on the pallet, then you're gonna have it something like this, you know what I'm saying? That's how it's gonna look, you know? So that's why you gotta cut them different ways. So you wanna make sure you do them different cuts. So this how it's gonna look, something like this. We're gonna go ahead and screw it in, like right here, probably put like 2 screws in there, and then we're gonna add the other legs over here, then we're gonna add 2 back legs. But yeah, y'all, it's how that thing looking. Yes, sir. So let's go ahead and finish doing them other angle cuts. All right, y'all, so we all done. So we angle cut it all 4 legs. So now, y'all, what we about to do now is pre-drill some holes, you know what I'm saying? So we can screw them babies in. So we got our, you know what I'm saying, our driller right here. So I'm gonna show y'all how we're gonna pre-drill some holes. So we're gonna actually pre-drill 2 holes on the top where we're gonna be laying the 2x4 on. So I'm gonna show y'all how we're gonna pre-drill these holes. So let's get to it. All right, y'all, so let's pre-drill these holes. So what I already started doing was pre-drilling, you know what I'm saying, the top part and then the bottom part. The only thing is, I don't know if I have long enough screws. That's the only thing. So what I'm gonna have to do is, you know what I'm saying, probably put one of these little bolt screws that I got, you know what I'm saying, in there, or we're gonna have to take a trip to the stove. but I'm trying to see, you know what I'm saying, if I can do it another way. So I think these the only long screws I got right here. You know what I'm saying? So I was thinking about doing something like right here and then probably like right here. And I think that'd be, you know what I'm saying, good enough that the screw could be able to fit. So if we do like one right here, so like at this angle, and then one like a little bit down, so we could get that other screw in there. So let's try to lay this on the board and see if it go in there, you know what I'm saying? And then we're gonna try the other one. So let's try it out. To go give me a band-aid. I'm gonna screw the screw in my goddamn hand. But we looking good, y'all. We got the joint in there. I probably got to tighten it a little bit because I stopped once the screw started going in my hand a little bit. But yeah, we got both of the legs on, man. And this how it's looking, y'all. This joint looking sweet and complete. So let's go ahead and tighten this joint up a little bit. And then we about to go ahead and move to the back. Let's get to it. Go ahead and tighten that baby up. Hold up. Let's see if we got it. Bam. Oh yeah, that junk still moving a little bit, but we're gonna come back to it. So now we got both of the legs on in the front. Now we about to go ahead and move to the back. Y'all, so now we at the back. So we're gonna do the same thing that we did to the front. We're gonna go ahead, pre-drill our holes first. And then we're gonna go ahead and screw that baby in. So let's go ahead and lay them. Lay them on the pallet just like that. Bam. And then we're gonna go ahead and pre-drill our holes. We're gonna do it up top. Oh shit. All right, bet. So we got our first hole in. Now we're gonna go ahead, get our screw. We're gonna go ahead and screw that baby in. Make sure it's on there flush. And go ahead. Oh, have to push on to it. Right there. Bam. All right, so we got that leg. Now, goddamn, put my phone up. Now we about to move on to this leg right here. So we got that leg on right here. Now let's go ahead and do this other one. We're gonna do the same thing. Go ahead and lay it on there flush. Bam. Bam. Go ahead and pre-drill our hole. Bam, this how we looking. Yes, sir. So we got the legs in the front, and then we got the legs in the back. So if the wind come around try and blow that thing nice and stable, you see? That joint ain't falling. Yes, sir. Look at them good angle cuts, y'all. First time doing some angle cuts, man. Look at them joints. So now we got the legs on that thing. Now it's time to put, you know what I'm saying, our planter boxes on. So let's go ahead and get to it. All right, now it's time to add the planter boxes. So what I was thinking about was doing something like this, because at first I was just gonna lay it on the pallet, something like this, but then I was gonna have to angle it down like that. So I don't want to do that. So this is what I was going to do. Let me show y'all. I was just thinking about it when I was building it. So I got this little piece of little extra plywood right here. So what I was going to do was put it on the back of the planter box like that, screw a couple screws in it, and then I'm gonna be able to lay it on the pallet kind of flush. You know what I'm saying? Bam. Yes, sir. So then they'll be able to sit up, you know? So I'm gonna see if it works, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's gonna work. If it work, it work. If it don't, we're gonna figure out something else. So let's go ahead, put a couple screws in this thing, lay it on the pallet, and see if that thing works. Let's get to it. All right, so what I was thinking about was something like this. So let's go ahead and get our planter boxes out. And what I was gonna do is find me some good screws. There we go. Gonna get a couple screws. Let's go ahead and drill some holes first. Let's go ahead and put like one right here. Hold on. Put one right here. All right. We got one right there. So let's go ahead and screw that down there so it won't move. Just like that. Bam. That thing ain't gonna stay. That's real loose. Damn. What the hell? You know what we're gonna have to do? Let me see. We're gonna have to screw it in just a little bit, not all the way. So it can stay. All right, so that's enough. All right, so let's see if it'll stay like this. Let me see. Ain't even go in. God dang. All right. So that ain't working. Okay. All right, let me see. Let me see something. I have to figure something else out because that ain't gonna work, y'all. God damn. Let me see. All right, so that's not gonna work. So we're gonna have to figure out something else. So what I was thinking about was doing something probably like having like a little shelf and then sit it on it. But I don't know if it's gonna work like that. So I'm gonna probably have to use something like this, like for the shelf. But oh, you know what I could do? I could probably use these things. I could probably use these joints that I cut off, y'all. Put them on like this and have a little shelf. I gotta see if it's gonna work. First, I'm gonna have to pre-drill some holes and these first. But that'd be a good idea. Let's try that. Let's see if that works. Let's try that. All right, so before we try that, let's go ahead and measure this. I'm gonna have to cut 2 pieces. Let's go ahead and measure this. It's 41. So we could do like, what, 20 for both? That's 41, but we do 20 for both. Like right there, that's good. All right, bet. So let's go ahead and get this thing cut up. And then let's just try to see, you know what I'm saying, that other way gonna work that I showed y'all. So let's go ahead and get this thing tightened up. Go ahead, line, hold up, let's move it up a little bit. Move it up just a little bit. Bam. There we go. Right there. Now we're gonna finish off this line so we can make sure that thing on point. That. Put our glasses down. Let's get this thing cut. Oh damn, I only got the battery in, y'all. I forgot I put the battery in the drill. There we go. All right, bet. Let's slap this battery in. Now let's get the cut. Bet. All right, so now we got 2 shelf joints. Now let's try to see if that way that I showed y'all gonna work. Let's get it. All right, y'all, so this how we're gonna do it. So we're gonna go ahead and lay our wood right there. And since we wanted to lay on the wood, we want to angle our piece just like this. Bam. And then angle the other one just like this. Bam. So then we're gonna go ahead and turn that baby around. Then we're gonna go ahead and drill some holes. So let's go ahead and put like one hole at the bottom, like right here. Let's go ahead and make sure it's nice and flush. Let's go ahead and put a nice good hole. All right, so now that we got our hole right there, let's go ahead and get our screw. Bam. And see, this is the first time I ever tried this. I'm just trying stuff out. If it don't work, I figure something else out. We solution based over here, so we're gonna make our own little show. So now that we got our hole, we're gonna go ahead and screw it in with our screw. Hold up, we gotta make sure that thing nice and flush. Bam. All right, so we got one screw in that jump like that. And so we're gonna do the same thing to this one over here. Go ahead and pre-drill our hole first. So let's go ahead and angle it right there at the top. Make us a hole. Bam. So now we got our hole. Now let's get us a screw. Bam, right there. Right there. And that's the drill. Let's get our driver. Let's go ahead and get that baby right in there. Sometimes you gotta press it down tight to make sure it stay in. Oh shit. Right there. There we go. Back. Bam. And that's how you do it. So now we got us a little shelf now. Bam. So now what we're gonna do is flip it over like this. And what we're gonna do is sit our planter boxes right on top of that jump. But I'm gonna show y'all how we're gonna get this thing to stay. But I already did the other one, you know what I'm saying? So it wouldn't take that long. So we got both of the shelves done. So now we're about to go ahead and slap it on the pallet. And then we're gonna put our planter boxes on there. So let's get to it. All right, y'all. So we got the shelves made. So now we gotta get them things on there. So what we're gonna do is do it something like this. Something like this. Bam. So I already pre-drilled some holes right here. 1, 2, and I did it on the other one too, so it could be quicker for us to put these jumps on there. So we're gonna see if they be nice and tight. At first the other way didn't, you know what I'm saying, get us right, but I believe this way is. So let's go ahead, you know what I'm saying, drill them things in and see how it look. All right, y'all, so we got the shelves up, man. So this how we looking, man. That thing looking good. So now what we about to do is sit the planter boxes up just like that. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and put the other one right here, just like that. Bam, bam. So now to get these jumps to stay, what we gonna do is screw some screws, you know what I'm saying, in the bottom of the pack. You know what I'm saying? Then we're gonna get the non-rusted screws. So we're gonna have to get some of these jumps. These jumps don't rust. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get some of the non-rusted screws that don't rust. And then we're gonna go ahead and screw these jumps in the pack so they can stay still. But it's how we looking, y'all. Yes, sir. So let's go ahead and screw these things in. All right, y'all, so let's screw these babies in. So this how we gonna do it, man. So let me set the other screws right here. So I'm gonna just put 2 of them things, you know what I'm saying? I feel like 2, you know what I'm saying, get them to stay. So we're gonna put one on this side right here. Bam. So we got one right there. And we're gonna do the other side. Bam. That thing ain't going nowhere. So now we got the top. Let's go ahead and do the bottom. Do the same. To this side. And there we go. There we go. So we got both pallets. I said both pallets. I mean both planter boxes screwed in. And we probably gonna have to put like some hose, some draining hose, you know what I'm saying, in there. But yeah, man, this how you build you a pallet wall planter box, you know what I'm saying? This is gonna be for my strawberries, y'all, cause you know how I love my strawberries. But yeah, man, this how it's looking, y'all. Yes, sir. Look at that, Joan. Yes, sir. But yeah, man, like I said, y'all see the other way that I was going to do it. It didn't work. But y'all know I'm solution based. I'm going to figure out something. But we end up making a little show that did work. The only thing we got to do, you know what I'm saying, is put some draining hose in that junk. But this thing ready to go and ready to rock, man. So we're going to go ahead and take it over there to our strawberries and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So we can go ahead and get our strawberries planted in there. But yeah, man, it's our pallet wall planter box, man. Yes, sir. Let me give y'all another little look. Yes, sir. And that's how that thing looking, man. And it's nice and stable. You know what I'm saying? So if the wind try to come around and, you know what I'm saying, try to swoop this thing up, this joint ain't going nowhere. The planter boxes ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? We got some legs in the front, legs in the back. You know what I'm saying? You know how we act. But yeah, man. This our pallet wall planter box, y'all. Yes, sir. Look at that jump. But I'm gonna go ahead and drill some little draining hose, you know what I'm saying, in this jump. So we could go ahead, put it over there. This jump will be ready to rock, man. But yes, sir. Pallet wall planter box. Yeah, y'all, we finally done. Like I said, the only thing we gotta do is put some draining hose in that thing and this thing ready to rock. But yeah, man, this our pallet wall planter box for our strawberries. But y'all already know, man, it's nature water fish. Y'all know I gotta do it like this every single time, man. We got a lot of videos, you know what I'm saying, about to be dropping soon. So make sure you stay tuned. But make sure you hit that subscribe button and that like button so you won't miss another video, and that notification button, because I know, you know what I'm saying, you want to get that heat on your, you know what I'm saying, that TV or your phone, you feel me? But yeah, man, this how you do it, man. A DIY pallet wall planter box. Yes, sir. But oh my.